Hi, I'm Taylor.
And I'm Ryan.
And welcome to the Tailgate. Today we are leaning into fall. And of course we're leaning into this grill right here. Don't fall over, please don't.
I was leaning almost so much that I would fall.
No, you gotta stand. We're gonna
leaning into fall.
Okay, anyway, we're leaning into fall with a steak and potato dinner, except we are gonna be doing a flat iron steak that we are gonna be making a coffee rub for, which you're not really gonna taste the coffee with this rub. It's just gonna add such a complexity. It's definitely a switch up from the old salt and pepper and definitely just bring some oomph to it. We're also gonna be doing some sweet potato packets that are gonna go on the grill, little hobo packets of sweet potatoes. We love our sweet potato savory over here. And we are finishing off with a, not dessert, we're doing salad, but it's a bean salad. It is a garbanzo bean and butternut squash salad that we'll be doing. And I love these dense bean salads, all the nutrition that you need for the day just in one bowl. Absolutely love it. So are you ready? Ready, Freddie?
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Do you want to get the sweet potato started chopping while I talk about the coffee rub that we will be working on and what we're doing?
Absolutely. And so you wash them, so there's not really a need.
Yeah, I just need dice.
I just cut off some weird spots. Like that's all I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna do that first because I don't want to chop them with the weird spots on them. And I'm gonna beat Taylor to getting my favorite knife. Well.
And here's a bowl for you too, so we can just put the sweet potatoes right in here and toss. Thank y'all so much for joining us. Tap the screen, share the live out. I will be reading up on the comments.
And I will too. I will attempt to read up on the comments. I might not be that great, but you know, we do some things.
Hey Cheryl, how are you? Is anyone else not having FoodTokTV show in the notifications? Yes, that is no bueno. Melissa Murd is in here, another FoodTokTV creator that goes live with us on FoodTokTV. Welcome in. We have 16, 17 different creators on, and we all go live different days of the week. Depending on, so coffee rub. Let's talk coffee rub because we are doing a flat iron steak that's already been dry brining, and we are going to be coating it with a coffee rub. Now, as far as what kind of coffee we are doing, I'm actually doing 2 different kinds of coffee. Now, as far as roasts go, medium roast is going to be your safest bet. If you're doing a delicate steak like a filet or a sirloin, then I would do something a lighter roast. And you know, maybe a heavily marbled ribeye, I would do a darker roast. Medium roast is going to be our safe spot. We are working with a flat iron, which is kind of medium, almost more towards the lean side, but medium roast is going to be fine for me. And I freshly ground this, and you know, any spice that you grind, and the longer it sits already ground, you're losing flavor and aroma. So I ground this right before the live. And for my other coffee, I am actually doing instant espresso. And now instant coffee also works as well, but instant espresso is just going to be more concentrated. And the difference between this and this is that the espresso, or the instant espresso, instant coffee, is like the liquid coffee, the liquid espresso that is then dehydrated and then made. So that way there's no solids left behind when you mix it with hot water to make your own espresso at home. So the reason why I'm doing 2 of these is because we are doing a steak on a high heat. Oh, I just need them diced.
That's what I was going to ask. I was waiting for you to get done so that I could ask you.
Yeah. So
Dice,
bite size.
Bites, I don't even know what bites is. Like 1 inch, a ½ inch, like 3/4 of an inch, 3/8 of an inch. Like these.
Hold on, let me help.
Like these, like these, like bite size. I can take big bites. So
Okay, chat. You guys tell them how to cut sweet potatoes.
You tell me what bite size is. Because this is a dilemma, right? You know,
yeah, definitely requires more thought than what I'm doing.
Apparently, I don't know. It must.
But yeah, I don't know. I guess like a ½ inch piece, like an inch would be like that, and yeah, I guess an inch would work. I don't know.
Somewhere between an inch and a half of an inch.
As long as they're somewhat uniform, I don't need them to look exact.
Okay.
You know, but like 1 inch by 1 inch. That's what Cat Dog Gang says.
What is it? What did Cat Dog say?
She says 1 inch by 1 inch. So
1 by 1. Oh,
that's a. I don't think our sweet potatoes will allow.
I done messed up, and I already did these.
Okay.
That's about. Man, it's a little over a half, so it's.
Y'all be sure you tune in.
I'm not good at fractions either.
Y'all be sure you tune in to our next vlog article how to determine the size of your sweet potato cuttings.
How
because
to
apparently this takes time.
You're right. How to eyeball the SAE measurement system.
You know what though? Whenever I am cutting a vegetable, it is kind of like hard to keep everything around the same. I just have to tell everyone it's rustic.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're going for a rustic cut here,
cool.
guys.
So
and they're gonna be chunky, and I think like, what is that? Okay, like that. We're gonna see that.
There we go.
Everybody,
yeah, that
that's
works.
good. Or it's gonna be like that, or it's gonna be like that, and we don't really, care what it's gonna be because it's gonna be bite sized, and that's the most important thing is that we can bite it.
Okay, so awesome. Thank you, Ryan, for explaining what a bite-sized piece is. So for the coffee rub, we are just going to be seasoning. It's basically going to be the coffee base. So I have some finely ground medium roast coffee already that I freshly ground. If you just get it from the bag, it's fine. It's going to be the same thing. It just won't be as outstanding of a flavor. And then some instant espresso. There's 2 tablespoons each of these, so a 1/4 cup all day. You can just use the instant espresso or just use the coffee. The reason why I'm using both is because the instant espresso, when you pat it down on the meat, it's going to immediately kind of start absorbing into the meat, and it's gonna like take on, and it's not gonna scorch over a high heat as likely as it would for this coffee. Now this coffee, this fresh ground coffee, is gonna provide a lot more complexity of flavor, and it's gonna give us a nice little bark on the outside. So this is for inside flavor, this is for outside flavor, basically. But you can use one or the other depending on both. Just, if you're using the finely ground coffee, then you may not have the absorption, and you may have to watch for the rub not to burn when you're doing high heat. But if you're doing the other way, it might just not be complex. So smoked paprika along with my coffee, some chili powder, homemade or whatever spice preference you like. A little bit of oomph, a little bit of smoky oomph. And then, of course, y'all, got to add that mustard powder. And mustard powder and coffee have very similar flavor profiles. Could you imagine having a nice cup of mustard instead of coffee to start your morning? But no, they actually do have a very similar flavor profile because their main bitter component, or their main flavor component, is bitterness.
Nothing like waking up to mustard in your cup.
Mustard in your cup. And then I have some black pepper. And you know what? I did not bring out brown sugar, and I had debated heavily over whether or not I was going to put brown sugar in this recipe, because I'm not putting salt in it because we already dry brined our steak, so I'm not adding additional salt. As far as the brown sugar though goes, I really did go back and forth on it, because if it's too high of a heat, the sugar can burn and it will turn bitter, and in this economy we can't waste steak, right? But with the sugar, it kind of melts into the steak, and it melts with the coffee to kind of create more of like a bark. So as long as we are high heat in the beginning and we move to indirect, I'm fine with sugar. So as far as my measurements go, I started out with a 1/4 cup of the coffee. So it was 2 tablespoons of the instant espresso, 2 tablespoons finely ground, and then everything else has just been a tablespoon here. I do have this recipe up on FoodTokTV.com. So we are just gonna eyeball a tablespoon. And I'm not adding salt to this because I dry brine the steak, but of course add salt. I would do a tablespoon of salt. Street racing again, yes.
Yeah, we got street racing here in the Big Nasty.
Dap, hello. Notice that we are coordinating with the yellow apron and the yellow hat, though.
Yes.
That is has nothing to do with each other.
No, we didn't. This is not intentional coordination. That's natural. You guys get to experience that. That's natural coordination.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So that's a nice little coffee rub, and as it sits with on the steak, and as it cooks, it's gonna, become a lot more roasty in the grill. And then also the coffee is going to interact with the meat, and it's going to create a different flavor profile. You're not going to take a bite of this steak and be like, oh, that's coffee. No, you're just going to be like, what is that? It's so complex and deep and earthy and wonderful. Of course, by itself, it's going to taste like coffee. So, you want a shot of coffee?
It's so earthy and complex and deep.
See?
It really is though. Like it's
like that is the
that's
exact
spot
like,
on.
flavor.
Like, she's
Spot
not
on.
kidding you.
That's it. That's it. Get to rubbing on our steak. So of course, like with the coffee rub, I did discuss that we used a medium roast. And you know, if I was doing a fillet or something, I'd probably go to a light roast. And then I can get really heavy with my roasts with like some of the heavier meats. This one is a leaner cut, but it is still fairly marbled as far as, you know, fat and flavor is concerned. Or fat is more so the flavor vehicle. Now, you don't need any sort of binder on this. Absolutely, you could do a binder on here, but this is absolutely bone dry, or not bone. It's meat dry.
It's meat dry. Yeah.
It's meat dry,
Yeah.
and you know, you'll see a lot of barbecuers put a binder on here, but it's really not that necessary. For this one in particular too, the sugar and the coffee is going to kind of melt together and like stick. So that was like kind of one of my wanting to use sugar in this recipe, so that way it can create more of that bark. You can absolutely leave the sugar off. It's still going to be a great flavor. The sugar also balances it because coffee is, you know, a bitter flavor. And y'all, if you were just walking in, hello, thank you for joining us. This is Food Talk TV. This is our show, The Tailgate. We are on Saturdays at 4 p.m. Central. I'm Taylor, and this is my husband, Ryan, and we're out here on Saturdays. On Food Talk TV, there's live shows on the daily, Monday through Thursday. There's 2 shows a day. On Friday, there's 3 shows. On Saturday, there's us. And then on Sunday, we have our Sunday Night Live, along with special guest spots that we do. And tomorrow at 4 p.m. Central, Des, our vegan chef on Food Talk TV, will be doing a vegan with friends. So we'll be a food friend of hers, and they'll be making some pumpkin soup. So yeah, follow Food Talk TV so you get to follow a bunch of creators.
Is this for me to toss?
Yes, that is.
Awesome. Awesome tossum.
Dude, this coffee rub is one of my favorite rubs to work with because, like, look at how even and, like, just, it's just nice and coated. Love it, love it, love it. Gonna make sure, nice and dense. This is, no one is gonna be confused and say, hey, is there seasoning on this? No, no one's doing that. Also because him and I are the only ones eating, so. Coffee rubbed steak, that is, and you know, we dry brined this, so everything on the outside is already super dry. If you're not dry brining, please pat dry your steak, so that way it will take in more of the rub. You absolutely need to pat it dry. Hello, Kathy. Hello, hello. And if you're unfamiliar with dry brining, it's just taking a piece of meat, you know, kind of like so, on a rack with a cooling rack on there, and then kind of covering it with salt, the same amount that you would eat it with. That's why I didn't add any salt to my rub. And then you leave it like uncovered in your fridge 24 hours, minimum 4 hours. But you can go 24 hours and beyond, and this is how you get a juicier steak. That's because the salt on the outside, all the juiciness that's already inside the steak, when there's salt on the outside, it's gonna go out, it's gonna like grab the salt and then bring it back in and just plump up juice.
And I'm using over here on these sweet potatoes, I'm using a mixture of olive oil and or that was avocado oil there, actually, and mostly avocado oil, but I want a little drizzle of olive oil. And it's going to kind of bring those two smoke points together. It's going to like the avocado oil is going to fortify the olive oil, so I get both flavor profiles in that. But, you know, I only lower the smoke point a little bit. Avocado oil having a very high smoke point. This particular one, 500 degrees.
Yeah.
This one, I don't even know. I'm trying to figure that out right now. So,
all right.
you guys do the research.
Yeah.
If you want to know.
Usually I am the research.
Taylor is the research.
I am the research.
Yeah. She's not only the mustard, she is the research.
I am the research.
Yes, I am the research. Yeah, I think that's, you know, I think we could all say that. I hope. So I got some smoked paprika, I got some cayenne pepper, and I'm just kind of eyeballing it and winging it.
So good, you guys.
I'm seasoning with my heart over here, and I got some ground cumin, which I'm happy to have some already ground cumin because most of the time we.
Oh yeah, we are
ground it for ourselves.
We are those types of people where it's like it's so much better from seed. Why don't we just toast it and grind it ourselves? Because doing that every time you need cumin is a pain, Taylor.
It's difficult.
You know what? It's not easy being bougie. What are you doing?
I'm looking for the black pepper that I ground up earlier. So I'd like some of that. Wow, that is not a lot.
Yeah, no.
All right, well whatever quarter teaspoon of black pepper.
Well, I did tell you the exact amount I needed. All right. So, and then what we are doing with these sweet potatoes, we are just going to be, we're tossing these in oil and seasoning. We're going to be putting these in some foil packets and then just letting them rip on the grill. We also have this coffee rubbed steak, and while these are cooking, we have a dense bean salad to work on.
You have salt.
Oh dear. I swear we do this with everything. We've used the salt like 6 times today too.
Yeah, no, I was looking at. It's a constant battle between it's a give and take between the salt. I've got it, she's got it. We use salt all day long. And
Yeah, no, this is perplexing.
Yeah, I don't think I didn't bring it out here. I'm gonna go ahead and get the jumble started over here because I want to know. I'm probably gonna need to add more seasoning to this. Yeah, because like Taylor said, we're gonna make sure you know that there's seasoning on there. It's not gonna be a question. But you don't want to go too. I don't know. I don't know if there is too much. Yeah, there's probably too much seasoning. But you know,
Too much seasoning.
I said that probably exists. I don't know. I haven't really encountered that much.
Oh, what is in this coffee rub? I do have the recipe for this up on FoodTokTV.com already, but I'll go ahead and say what it, in case you want a website to refer back to later. But with this, it is 2 tablespoons of finely ground coffee, fresh coffee. I did a medium roast. And then I did 2 tablespoons of instant espresso. You can substitute the instant espresso for the coffee or the coffee for the espresso, but I use those. So 2 tablespoons of each in there, and then 1 tablespoon smoked paprika, 1 tablespoon dry mustard powder. I use Coleman's, it's the best for a reason. Then I did a tablespoon of black pepper and a tablespoon of brown sugar in there. Yeah.
You remember where it was when I couldn't find it?
Where?
In the window?
Oh, it was in the same spot.
That's a bad place to put
Yeah,
it.
that is a bad place. Okay. Cool. And then...
I think I'm going to do some dried thyme.
Oh, perfect. So, I'm reorganizing our kitchen and I put the salt box in its new belonging place, and this is the second time we have had to do a full investigation for the salt.
Yeah, and it was just right over there.
Oh, for my coffee rub, I didn't put any salt in there, but if I were to put salt in here, it would also be a tablespoon of salt. I didn't put salt in there because we've already dry brined the steak, so it's already been coated in salt and left to sit overnight, so additional salt. And, you know, typically for my homemade seasoning blends, I don't like to add my salt to it. Sometimes I do because salt adds as a really good, like, anti-caking agent to it, but more often than not, I prefer to salt my food myself. Woo! Y'all, thank you for tapping those screens. We see all those hearts. We see you.
I only dropped 2.
Only dropped 2. So I'm Are we ready to?
That's good. You want one?
No.
Man, that is good. Cumin is like there, it's present. It's not too much though. Spice from the cayenne. Get the smoked paprika. And that dried thyme.
Do you think that we'll need to include any more oil inside the packet or something?
Oh crap, I forgot we were doing I put the grill basket on there.
Oh, do we want to do packets or do we? I mean, I've already folded up the.
I think that let's do packets. I think
Okay.
they're better in packets here.
Yeah.
Because we'd have to do multiple batches on the grill basket.
I'm going to put a little additional oil just to, before I wrap them up, doing sweet potato packets. Give a little space to steam there. And boom, one. I kind of made all of my squares in the center about the same, and I'm gonna do like one layer, so I'm not like weighing these, but I know that they have about the same amount of potatoes in each one.
Yes.
Of course, if you did want to be a little bit more exact, weighing is always an option.
Yes, and then we're gonna let that steak kind of chill out and absorb that for a minute.
Though there is an argument, some people think that, you know, leaving it on too long isn't as good because it's not going to be like as fresh of a bark. Some say that leaving it on ahead of time is going to like give you a better flavor. So what we're going to do is going to leave it on, let it rest, and then add more on.
Yeah, because we just pulled it out. We pulled it out of the fridge, so it kind of needs to come to room temperature.
Yeah.
Our room is the earth right now, and it's about 74 degrees.
It needs to come to earth temperature.
Yeah, earth temperature, which is about 74 degrees, which is about room temperature, right? Like,
Hello,
I don't know.
Sasha. Megan, these are sweet potatoes right here. We just washed them and diced them up. We didn't peel them out at all, and then just tossed them with some seasonings and some oil. There is some thyme in here, some chili pepper, some...
I cut off the funky spots.
Gotta make sure you give the man his credit.
Yeah. Well, I cut the whole thing.
I know, but...
Yeah, like, give me all the credit.
Okay. So all my squares are about the same size. I might need one more.
One more. Okay.
Oh, I have the foil here. Yeah. You know what?
Oh, okay.
I think I'm just going to slip it into another one. I don't think it's worth it, and I would prefer to have 4 pouches.
Yeah, I would too, because that's, that's grill estate.
Yeah, that's grill estate right there.
Grill estate. Oh, crap.
Hi, thanks for the heart me. Y'all, welcome into the tailgate. We are finishing up the things that we are putting on the grill.
You can, I'll set this aside because we're going to do mushrooms, and then I'll mix my mushrooms up in here because, we didn't do anything.
We're doing very
to
similar
it.
in seasonings.
Yeah,
Awesome.
very similar in seasoning. And then that's when we'll whip out the grill basket. It's for the mushrooms, I think.
I'm closing these tight, but I want a little room for it to vent. So these that I have wide open are way too much room. I don't like raw sweet potatoes. This guy's a weirdo with liking to eat raw potatoes. I think raw sweet potatoes are probably a different story than the
raw other potatoes?
Right.
The raw non-sweet potatoes? Raw potatoes?
Non-sweet potatoes.
They're good.
Oh, yeah.
Is what they are. And like when I was a kid, I used to like eat raw ground beef out of the refrigerator. Go in, like tear the packet open and like eat it on the ground beef.
What up, Fran? Hello, Jessica. How's everyone doing? Seems hectic. It's always hectic, but But not really. We do have a lot of shows on FoodTokTV that are a little bit more geared for like weeknight meals, getting food on the table super quick. As far as the tailgate goes, we're doing a lot better at getting our shows to be around the 1 hour, 30-minute mark. However, this is our main cooking source, so it's oftentimes a little bit more difficult to calculate that exact. And then plus, have you ever heard me talk about food? Have you ever tried to shut me up about food? I take a lot longer than some of my counterparts.
Yes. Oh, excuse me.
Behind
and in front.
So he's going to be making another packet, and you'll be doing some sort of mushrooms with yours, right?
Yeah, I'm not going to do those in the packet. I'm going to do those on the grill basket.
Oh, on the grill basket.
So yeah,
okay.
so we'll do, these are going to go in here. These are going to be happy in here. And then we're gonna grill the steak after that, and then I will do mushrooms, and I'll also be grilling onions as well. As you know, because you go to like the steakhouse and you like usually always order mushrooms and onions, right? I do. So that's what I'm gonna be doing.
All right. So the other thing that we are going to be doing, we are going to be making a butternut squash salad. Butternut squash and garbanzo bean. It's a dense bean salad. I've been a huge fan of these dense bean salads for sometimes, like just basically just the bean salad that's basically straight nutrition in a bowl. And of course, you can switch it up very much so. So these are some butternut squashes that I have already roasted. I did that ahead of time, really great prep work. And when I roasted these, I did 2 butternut squashes about this size, and I did 2 separate sheet pans when I baked them, so that way they were all very, very separate, and that's how I got them so crispy. So these aren't overdone, they're still like very soft and pillowy on the inside, but I was able to get that caramelization by keeping them spaced out. Because you know what I mean? Like where you do something diced like this and you put it on a sheet pan and it's all close together, but you don't want to pull out the other sheet pan. It's gonna cook, it's gonna be fine, but you're just not gonna get the crispiness here because they're so close to each other, they're steaming, and they're not allowing a crust to be formed. So we will be doing the dense bean salad with the chickpeas, and that also got some peppers and red onion in that. I was actually kind of planning on doing the salad dressing for this salad with a lemon or lime. I was wanting it to be an acidic counterpoint to the sweet potatoes I have here and the coffee rubbed steak here, but then Ryan got home from the store and neither of us had put lemons or limes on the list, so we were like, oh, apple cider vinegar actually makes more sense. I love butternut squash too. Ooh, I gotta show you guys. So when I prepped this butternut squash earlier, here, I had prepped this earlier. And so what I did when I made the butternut squash, I peeled the butternut squash first. Of course, when you're baking or roasting a butternut squash, you can eat the skin, but it's really, really hard when it's raw. But anyway, I used my skins to make chips. And so they're nice and crunchy. But yeah, just toss with some oil, some seasoning, and then 400 degrees for about like 10-15. I have not tried the air fryer for that recipe, but I have done the air fryer for potato skins. But I'm gonna be calling that now my trash snacks. My trash snacks. My snacks that I would make with things that are otherwise trash. I'm a huge fan of scrappy cooking. Absolutely love scrappy cooking. And we pretty much do that whenever we're kind of on a hiatus from it now, but a lot of times we'll save our scraps for veggie broth and stuff. We're on a hiatus because we keep sticking things in our freezer. But anyway, love scrappy cooking.
That's what we do during the fall, though. Like that's the
idea. We've been building them up all summer with all the fresh produce, and so come winter,
we store our nuts for the winter.
Store our scraps for the winter.
Store our scraps, yeah. Well, nuts, yeah, too. Awesome.
Ah, nuts.
Oh, nuts.
Oh, yeah. Y'all, thank you for hanging out with us while we're preparing this. So what time is the game? Did it already start?
It's at 3:15, but we're winning unless something really wrong.
Oh, yeah. So
and
we are the Tailgate, so we often talk about like the teams we're playing against and the teams we're a fan of. You can tell by his hat, we are Nashville Predators fans. We're in Nashville. So we're also Tennessee Titans fans, unfortunately, and we are Tennessee Vols fans.
Yes.
Let us know in the comments what you're fans of.
Yeah, let us know your teams, if you have teams, if you like teams, if you don't like teams, if your teams have, not done the things that you wanted them to do, kind of like the teams that we're fans of, Let us know all that. And I'm just going to repurpose this bowl that the potatoes came out in because I don't like doing dishes, and they ain't really dirty.
He says like he does them.
I do them, but I really don't like it, so I don't do them often.
So he repurposes bowls.
So
that's what he does. He works smarter, not harder.
Yes. Always,
go.
always.
And you know what? I so agree with that because there's so many recipes online where it's like 30-minute dinners, but then it's like requires 5 different pans.
5 different pans. Like, yeah, the dinner was 30 minutes, but the whole like cleanup was 2 hours.
Right.
You know, so how much time are you really saving?
Right.
What is time anyways? We don't know.
Oh gosh, don't get him started.
It's a spice. It's not even a spice, it's an herb.
Time
That's
is
what it is. Thyme is an herb. It grows and grows and flows.
So yeah, we do have a bit of time, so we are a little bit more lackadaisical with these next prep items. So we do have the sweet potatoes to wait on, and then once, I'm not sure how long the sweet potatoes are going to take, but then that's when we're going to do the steak. I'm very, I wish this was like 3 times the size, but also I don't, because then it would require so much more charcoal to keep it hot.
Oh, the steak?
Yeah, because
Yeah,
I don't know how we're gonna have time.
We got it for a weeknight, you know, and
Dude, I love those
not a
flat
weeknight.
irons. So the steak that we chose is a flat iron, and with this flat iron here, like, we love getting this for our steak choice just because it's very economical and it's very versatile. Like, we can use this for tacos, but then also, you know, get a nice medium rare steak, you know, that both of us can eat. Like, we'll spend about $20 on one of these, and both of us feel like we have a steak dinner, and we're both like,
yeah, you can
we
make
can
it.
do tacos, and we can do breakfast the next day with steak. So it's so flat iron is definitely a great recommendation of it.
And it dry brines really
And
well.
it dry brines super well.
Because of the low fat content.
What state are we in? We are in Tennessee. We're in Tennessee. We are in Nashville. And this meat right here, this is actually a coffee grind on here. So if you weren't here this entire time with looking at it, it's a coffee rub that's on it that I had already made. So if you're being like, wow, that meat doesn't look real. It's real. It's just, you know, covered in coffee. And mustard powder and smoked paprika and, you know, yada yada. So got some red onion for my dense bean salad. Also got some canned chickpeas from that. Where are my peppers? No, so this isn't sirloin. This is flat iron. This is flat iron. I was a bartender at a steakhouse for 13 years. So I am very well versed in like what steaks to use for what purposes and like how to describe the steak and all that. Flat iron was actually something that we had on our menu for the longest time, and we never got rid of it, even though it wasn't ordered that often, but it was always so highly rated. So like they didn't want to get it off the menu, but it was one thing that just didn't, you know.
It's so good. It's so flavorful. It, like I said, dry brines really well due to its low fat content. And if you can find one that has like exquisite marbling, which you can, like there's there's almost always one in there that has like just exquisite marbling. That's the one you want because it's going to be the most tender cut. The grain almost always runs, you know, parallel. It runs with it. And so you just slice it. It's a no-brainer on how you slice it.
Okay, so the flat iron, one thing I'm not always well versed in when it comes to steaks is where it is on the cow. That's one thing I'm not well versed in, so yeah. I do have to look it up, and I did just look it up for the flat iron. And it's on top of the top blade of the shoulder, so it's like over the top of the chuck. So it's like still getting that marbling from the chuck, but it's a bit more tender. So I love that. I love that. That's why it's so dang flavorful. Love it. Adding some pepper. Now, here lately, instead of doing bell pepper to my things that, you know, are bell pepper, I will get bell pepper from time to time because there is a different flavor difference. But these bags of mini sweet peppers here are always so much cheaper. And you know what? Our cooking show is not designed around being, you know, economical or like money saving, but who isn't saving money?
No,
who isn't trying to save money right now?
Yeah, like there's that. We do that too, you know. But it's designed around just enjoying being alive and
yeah. But we know how to be
grateful
broke.
you get to eat another meal, you know.
But we know how to be broke.
Enjoy the process. Enjoy the cooking. Come outside when you can. Grill it. Just be alive, man. That's what you gotta do. Or you don't have to do. You don't have to do anything. But I
that part of the recipe is optional.
Yeah, that's optional. Yeah, be alive, that's optional. But I find it relaxing.
Thank you for the number 3 badge. Oh, I didn't see.
And you can save, if you're doing veggie stocks,
Thank you, mods. Y'all are doing great.
You can save your stems for veggie stocks.
Oh, yes, yes, because we were talking about the veggie stocks.
You can also just eat them.
Oh, yeah.
You go, because that's kind of what I do.
You know, with the veggie, oh man, I can't remember. It's been so long, but one of my favorite homemade seasonings I have are from the, oh, never mind. One of my favorite homemade seasonings is mushroom powder. Babs, all those peppers, just in time for me having peppers, thank you.
Peppers.
But I had used already dehydrated shiitake, so I was able to do the whole thing. I was also thinking we could dehydrate the stems and just make powder.
Yeah, you can, and you can also put these in your veggie stock. You cannot put the caps in your veggie stocks, and I don't think you can put the veils in your veggie stocks. So I always take the veils off, but they're easily separable from the stem. So just the stem can go in your veggie stock bag.
Oh, also these could go. And all the seeds. There's some, oh, these can't go in?
No, the caps cannot go in your veggie stock. I don't know why.
I feel like that's something we've looked up before, but never needed to know that information since.
Yeah, we just knew that it could not. So, but we have a lot of veggie stock bags already, so we're not going to be saving these. I'm going to be eating as many as I can so that they don't go to waste.
We keep getting comments about how we're in short sleeves and we're outside, and you know, we are in the South. We are in Nashville. We're in Nashville, Tennessee. However, just last week it was. Just last Monday, or this Monday. It was this Monday was when it snowed, because that's when I picked up Arx's show.
It snowed like an MF'er. Like I almost said that too, because
No, right.
Caught myself. No, it snowed like crazy out here. It was snowing, and I was like talked to Taylor, and I was like, "Why is it snowing?" We don't snow. I don't snow, but apparently I do. Yeah, that was wild. So that's kind of our weather. We have extreme ups and downs. Our weather is like an emotional roller coaster.
If you don't like the weather in Tennessee, just wait 10 minutes. Oh my gosh, I hate it. That's just one of those things you always hear.
Yeah.
But I'm sure a lot of areas are like that. But I like it because we're in the part of the South to where we still experience all 4 seasons, but none of them are they're all just a touch brutal.
I couldn't live any closer to the north than this, just because I don't like cold so much that like this is almost too cold for me right now.
Right? We're expecting snow tonight. Ooh. Yeah, this week has been crazy. I mean, not only with the daylight savings, you know, like not only with that, but then this crazy cold snap.
Crazy cold snap, and the aurora. Like we had
full moon.
Aurora down here. Oh, and we have beautiful. Wow, we have some beautiful skies.
I don't know if you guys are going to see the sunset that Ryan and I are watching while we're cooking. Hold on. This is the sunset we're watching.
Yeah, man, that is very pretty. Wow.
Yeah. So we're trying to look at the screens, but we're in like golden hour right now. Like,
it is very much golden hour, but man, that is beautiful.
Which is so weird because during the summer, this is around the time that, you know, oh crap, like we've been on the show too long, we need to like pack it up, like let's go. But you know.
But the government says that, hey, you just don't, because we decide the time.
Because we're switching the time, so now it's just like, oh, okay, we're still cooking. Still cooking. Thank y'all so much for the follow. And you know what? When you're following FoodTokTV, you're not just following food. You're not just following me. You're not just following him. But there are live shows on the daily. We're on Saturdays on FoodTokTV at 4 p.m. Central. But you are following all sorts of different creators, all sorts of different niches.
Where's the baby mushroom?
Oh, little baby mushroom.
Little baby.
Show the camera.
Dirty parts now. But
little baby, feed a little baby.
Little baby mushroom. Baby shroom.
Baby shroom. Little baby.
And I'm chopping these puppies thick. That's what I'm gonna do. I don't know why. Actually, I do know why. I know
Because
exactly
they're going
why.
on the grill.
Because they're going on the grill, and I want them to be thick when they're done.
On every day, 365 days a week. Yes, absolutely. Even during holidays, which is funny. Like we've been talking about this on Food Talk TV because this year Christmas is also on a Thursday. So like the Thursday people always have to do Thanksgiving. I mean, they don't have to do Thanksgiving. I always say I will do Thanksgiving, you know, or Christmas. But anyway, the Thursday people are going to turn around and want to do Christmas.
And you know, you're not just following, you know, because you're running. You could be leading too, because we get new people all the time, don't we, Taylor?
Not all the time.
No.
I'm picky.
Yeah, she's picky. She's the one to talk to about that. Actually, like you have to,
Yeah,
you gotta
I'm
go,
picky.
you gotta go through Taylor. So if you think you can jive with that, you think that's a thing you can do. You can be doing this too.
Alrighty. So yes, there is a place on the Food Talk TV website where you can submit a video for a chance to be on Food Talk TV, but then you can also just send me a message and be like, hey, invite me to your live. Let me see what you got.
Show me what you got.
Show me what you're working with. So I'm just making a vinaigrette that's gonna go with my salad. I have some olive oil, some mustard. I'm just using some store brand Dijon, but of course this goes into vinaigrettes, because vinaigrette is an emulsification and mustard is a very good emulsifier. That's not enough. I could feel like that was not enough. Of course I'm going to taste and adjust. I do have exact measurements of this. I don't want to. I don't want to use measuring cups in these things. So I just put some parsley, some dried oregano, some apple cider vinegar, and a little bit of maple. I was torn between honey and maple for this garbanzo bean butternut squash salad dressing. And you know what? From the garbanzo beans, the chickpeas earlier, I have some aquafaba, which is the liquid left over in the can that is also really good at acting like a foamy agent. So it'll kind of give it like that creaminess factor that eggs can give into dressing, because that bean juice has the same type of protein as eggs. So that's why that bean juice is used as a substitute. And I haven't added any salt to this yet. Hey, how are ya? Smells good.
Smells really good.
But yes, honey is out for dressings and vinaigrettes. Maple syrup is in.
Yeah, I'm thinking about using some balsamic on my mushrooms. That's what I'm gonna do with those. And those, man, I hear those potatoes sizzling.
Oh, I do hear the potatoes sizzling. Should we check on them?
Yeah, if you want.
All right. Be careful, the things in here are hot. Believe it or not, things that you put. Okay, yeah, no, they definitely need some time, but I will.
Twist them, or reorient them a little bit. Since we're dealing with the grill, and it is an oh wait, I was going to use that for I don't want to do dishes. Since it is an uneven heat source, we do twist them around a little bit so that they can reorient and cook evenly. Did you do that?
I did. I did.
You did? Okay.
Okay. You know what? A little bit of cumin in here. That's what this is missing, because I wanted some sort of like warm spice. Hey, could we actually turn down the light a little bit? I think it's washing me out. I mean, to be fair, just me existing could wash me out.
Whoa.
Just like, can you guys actually see that I have skin now? Let us know if that's okay or if we need to go back.
Are you unclean now? So I'm gonna dump into the thing that Yummy, yummy, yummy.
Does it need anything?
I don't think so. And you use the ACV there?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, I like the ACV in there.
And then I had also added some aquafaba to it, so that way I was able to get that little bit of like creaminess in there. Yeah, yeah.
That's an emulsifier too, right?
Yeah, yeah, it is. It's I'm sorry, the aquafaba, the liquid that's in the bean juice, is often used as an egg replacement in baking and so many other things because like they have the same like protein compound.
Oh yeah.
And they have the same properties as soap.
Oh.
The foaming.
The foaming.
The foaming. Yeah,
the
yeah.
foaming,
The ability to foam. Yeah, yeah.
ability.
So some of those compounds are the same.
Okay, all right. So
okay.
Because everything's all just the same thing. It's just it's different, but it's all the same.
Right.
Like, did you do any mustard in there?
Oh yes, I did do Dijon, of course.
Okay, all right, yeah, yeah. So you got mustard as an emulsifier. You have the aquafaba, the garbanzo bean juice.
The garbanzo bean juice. And y'all let me know.
Using that as the
Thanks,
the proteins that emulsifier is going to bond with the oils. That we learned about this the lipids and all that crap. We learned it in
all that crap.
We learned it in we all took a class.
Yeah, that one class in school. Yeah,
that one class. That we wellness or something. I don't know. I had to be aware of that for some reason.
Whenever I do salads like this, I always like to dress the bowl. So I made the dressing in the bowl I'm going to mix it with. It's a lot easier to toss it after that fact. And so I have my chickpeas in here with the dressing. I got my peppers, my onion, and my butternut squash. Nice and roastiness, and I'm so glad I got that nice little crust on there because it's about to be tossed in dressing.
Okay,
and another. Oh, Ryan, please don't add another thing. Okay, I mean if it
has corn in it, right?
Oh, I mean it can go without.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, the thing you sent me has corn in it.
Okay.
So I got that.
Okay. Yeah, no, now's not the time to start a new thing. No.
I thought I had to have it. All right, my bad.
Okay. Oh, and the last thing I'm adding in here is when I roasted the butternut squash earlier, I actually scooped out all the seeds and I had roasted them. Word of advice with these and pumpkin seeds. So these just needed to be dried out and then toasted in the oven about 10 minutes. Now, I had washed mine really well, but you really need to let these like sit out for a few hours or overnight before you roast them. Because, and what I learned is that when you don't and there's moisture on the inside, they'll pop like popcorn. So they'll go like, you know, there's so many burnt ones of these at the bottom of my oven right now because of that. But just make sure you lay them out. And you know, I've always seen people lay out the seeds just to like let them, you know, dry before frying them. I just thought my parents were lazy. I thought they just didn't feel like making, you know, roasted pumpkin seeds right then and there. And you know, when we did come up with this, we were originally thinking that there would be corn in here, but you know what? With the addition of the butternut squash, like the roasted butternut squash seeds and the peppers, I think this is it. I think this is it. What do you guys think? Oh yeah, with the garbanzo beans, butternut squash, pepper, red onion, and then the butternut squash seeds that are roasted. The dressing has olive oil, apple cider vinegar, mustard, cumin, parsley, oregano.
I got sauces for my mushroom.
Okay.
Because this was kind of an off-script part of the recipe. You know, I got off-script ingredients.
Yeah.
And so I have a little bit of sherry vinegar, and that's going to be awesome. And I have a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. And then I have a little bit of, I like hot sauce in my mushrooms when I do them. So I have a little bit of this smoky ghost hot sauce. And that's a really good thing. So if you want, like, it's really good. Like, it comes from this place, and if you want to really know about it, then you can ask Taylor and she'll tell you what it is and where it comes from. I don't know if like promoting it is a good idea or not, but I like it, so.
Okay, so I think the sweet potatoes are actually quite.
You think they're done?
Yeah, I think they're done.
Done?
Which
Done?
means that we will have.
Then we'll have to, get
room
something.
for the steak.
All right, so we're gonna have to get something to put those on, and
well,
then...
I'll just. I have the sheet tray that I use to put all my
Yes.
bean salad ingredients, so I'll just put them on here.
Yeah, we got a sheet tray. Oh, ooh, and that is less dishes too, because it's a thing we already brought out. Because cleaning up after this whole thing is, it can be a bummer. But I'm gonna use a little bit of my olive oil. Just do a little drizzle. There's nothing, there hasn't been none going in it yet. I'm doing it very carefully so that I don't have too much, because these things are like sponges and they're gonna soak up all this stuff. And,
Kathy, that is such a good tip.
and I don't want them to soak up too much. And I'm gonna do a little bit of avocado oil, just like I did with the sweet potatoes over there. Just to raise that smoke point just a little bit. And then I'm gonna go ahead and toss them one time with the oil, just because I don't want them to stay like and unevenly soak up this oil. I want them to get tossed in the oil. I want them to get tossed in the oil. And there are remnants of the spices from the sweet potatoes, which is cool. That's beneficial, and I think it's gonna help everything really mesh together, don't you? Just a little remnants of those spices, and you could probably just do them like that, or use the same spices, but
So recap on the sweet potato pouches real quick. You can see nice and steamy. We had just diced up some sweet potatoes after washing. We didn't remove the skins, tossed everything in some oil and some seasonings, and then just wrapped them up in here. And I don't know, 30 minutes?
I'm gonna plug it.
We love savory sweet potatoes. Y'all let me know if you like savory sweet potatoes. A lot of people aren't on the savory sweet potato train yet, but if you haven't experienced it, I think you should.
So
What we learned last week is that chorizo and sweet potato.
So I'm gonna hit those bad boys with some of that smoky ghost pepper hot sauce, just a little bit, just a little bit, and I'm gonna hit them with some Worcestershire sauce as well.
So I did want to tell you a helpful tip that Kathy had said, because earlier I was talking about the seeds, the butternut squash seeds, because if you don't let them completely dry out, then they'll pop like popcorn in the oven, because the moisture inside is, expanding, and they'll pop like popcorn. But what Kathy says she does is that she just dries them in her salad spinner.
Nice. That's good use of that salad.
Okay.
That salad spinner is a tool, folks.
I want to write an article that's a good use of salad spinner article.
So yeah, and then some sherry vinegar is also what I added to that. So then I'm gonna give them another little toss, and then they've got all these juices and oils and stuff in them, and then I think that makes them ready for the grill. You might think otherwise, but I think this makes them ready. So
what are we doing as far as grill? Because I got to get the steak, but we also want to start it off with a high heat before reducing the heat.
And that's why it's open right now. It is open right now so that we can plop that bad boy down and sear it. So we're gonna wait just a couple more minutes before we set it on there, just so the grill can level out, come up to temperature. It's like full throttle. It's got all
that's
air.
funny, because Jason just commented saying close that grill.
Yes.
I love it when that happens, when we're explaining why we didn't do something.
Well, we didn't do that because we're gonna put the steak on
right,
there.
because how do you increase the fire?
Yeah.
Oxygen.
And we're not going to be closing that grill while we have the steak on it. But yes, I get you, Jason.
We
always,
understand.
I'm on team closed grill all
usually
the time.
That's a problem. Good eye.
Yes, good eye.
That's kind of like warning someone that someone ahead of you is braking. Like even if you're only right like 1 out of 100 times, good call.
Yeah, good call. Good
yeah,
call.
yeah.
Yeah, like please close the grill, but not this particular
We're trying to hype it up because it's been closed with the sweet potato pouches, and then we can. This is gonna be such a good meal. The butternut squash I did when I prepped that earlier. I had made some butternut squash chips from the skins, and those are really good. You guys should try that next time you do butternut squash. The experts come in your live too. No. Everybody's an expert. But But no, with the grill thing, he was expressing something serious there. Because
if it wasn't that situation,
yeah.
But we're letting the grill, we're letting everything level out. And
I promise we know what we're doing this time.
I would never be so bold as to claim that, but she always knows what she's doing.
Yeah, almost to a fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I remember one of my bartending jobs, I was first starting, and like, it was one of those, like, I'm supposed to train behind somebody and follow them, help along, and they're like, just grab me a glass of water, and I'm just sitting there panicking, because I'm like, I don't know what cup, I don't know what the spec is on, like, half cup, three-quarters of the cup full of ice, full thing full of ice before water.
Do you even want
no
any ice?
Yeah, I don't know all these specs. So on my first day, someone asked me to make a glass of water, and it sent me into a panic.
They're like, I'm
and most people were just like, I don't care. Someone just needs water right now, but it's just like, you know, also.
But what kind of water?
What kind? Right.
Yeah, but what kind?
Yeah. So when I, know what I'm doing before I do it, I know what I'm doing before I do it. Unless I say I don't.
I'm also going to hit these with a little bit of thyme. And this is like, it's dried thyme, but this is like the freeze-dried thyme. Yeah, so it's a little bit more fresh than just your run-of-the-mill dried thyme. And so, because mushrooms love thyme. They love thyme, they love herbs, they love any of the herbs. Like, they really love them.
It looked really dark behind you.
So,
yeah, it does.
It's scary, almost.
Yeah, there we go.
We had a pretty sunset, and now it's
now it's dark again. But we're enjoying the outside as long as we can. We do our cooking show outside, and during the summertime, it's not dark until way later. But we're about to be moving inside anyway because the winter. So we are just milking this outdoor time now.
Absolutely.
So we're just milking. So it might be next week that you see us inside. It just depends on what the weather does.
And I think we're ready to throw this on now at this point. So when Taylor gets ready, shuffling.
Oh yeah. So
I think
are we gonna bring the grill?
Yeah, let's bring.
Oh, am I gonna be filming you?
We can't bring the grill, but we can.
Or bring the phone. Yeah, I'll bring
to the grill.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna actually hold the phone, and I will be filming.
Hold the phone.
Yeah, hold the phone. So while I'm getting set up, you are gonna get a close up of my face that's horribly lit. Hello. Ugh. And then, hi there, horribly lit face here, flipping camera. Okay, sweet. I did not realize I still had, there we go. Yeah, we have the light, the setup, the action. This is the steak that we have been working on. Yeah. The coffee rub. This is the close-up of the coffee rub. Oh, I love it when I get to beautiful face. Thank you.
You want to get that sear there? Oh, there we go.
Now, with this coffee rub, the steak, we like ours on the rarer side, so we want it to be a high heat, quick thing. But also in our rub, there's coffee, there's mustard powder, and there's sugar. All three things are notorious for tasting like not good when it's burnt. Which, of course, that could be said about anything, but these spices in particular just turn, at a certain temperature, they just turn bitter. The components in there turn bitter. So we are doing a high heat on both sides, and then if it's not finished yet, then we'll switch to the indirect. And then some of our butternut squash came from our squash decorations.
Yeah, and we'd have probably, if we're just like doing like with the steak and everything, if we're not doing this for a show, we'd have probably liked to got it on there first.
Right.
At the hottest. But this is hot. And I like to stick my tongs over here after I put the raw steak on it so that they get a chance to heat up too.
Coffee rub, yes, Grat, you are hearing that right.
Yeah.
That recipe for the coffee rub is on FoodTokTV.com. And then here is that coffee rub I was telling y'all all about. I did 2 different types of coffee in here. There is a medium roast coffee and an instant espresso in there. And then some seasonings. Must be feeling cozy.
Beautiful, beautiful rub.
Oh yeah, beautiful rub.
I've got some gourds that I'm going to be sticking on here after. Like all these that you've seen, like we've had these over here for a few weeks, a couple weeks.
Right, it's our decoration food.
These are our decoration food, but they're edible too, so I'm also going to be sticking them on the grill after the show, and then I'm just going to let them roast over here on the grill, and then we'll make like a pie out of them or something, I don't know, something like a puree.
Squasheration.
Yeah, we're going to cut them, we're going to scoop the seeds out, down on there, and then off and with it.
Thank you, Ryan, for your great technical kitchen terms.
That's how you get it in with Ryan. You just literally.
So how long are we leaving the steak on this side before we swap? or flip, not swap?
It's kind of by intuition. So I can't explain it to you. I can only try to make you feel it. But
okay, so what kind of feeling? Is it anxiety? Is it excitement? Is it
Yes.
Okay.
It's that. It's all of that. I'm going.
So anything we can figure out from a technical term.
I'm going, but kind of by what I hear over here, you know, and like I really don't want to go any longer than 2 or 3 minutes. That's kind of like there's the cap on it, you know. So 2 or 3 minutes is okay. Just kind of depending on how I feel.
Oh yeah.
You know, feel the grill and what I feel, and it depends on what I feel and how hot the grill is. If it's like super hot,
that was sad.
That was really sad.
That was embarrassing, actually. We got that on camera.
It's okay. It didn't embarrass me.
Babs heard the sizzle.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm not embarrassed.
Okay.
I screw up all the time. So
I don't.
I'm not a straight. Yeah, she does not.
Yeah, I don't know.
Literally never. But I screw up all the time.
Correct.
So I'm used to it.
Correct.
I've gotten past embarrassment.
Right. All those squash, yes, all those squash do look delicious. And, you know, we make this joke every time. It's just like, well, this is just our extra food we have for decoration. Clayton, thank you for the follow. We appreciate you.
Yes, thank you for the follow.
And, you know, next time we have one of these shows, it will, I mean, the Tailgate show. Tailgate is on Saturdays at 4 p.m. Central, but there are shows every day of the week on FoodTokTV with different creators. So what he did when, I don't know if you guys see, so the grates are this way. So at first this steak was like this. So what he did was when he picked it up, he moved it like this. So that is how when we flip it, we're gonna get that, you know, cross pack.
Hopefully.
Right, because right now it's doing the this imprint. Earlier it was doing the this imprint.
Yes. And then when I flip it the next time, I'm not gonna be putting it over the center. I'm gonna be moving it to another spot on the grill because once that is kind of cooled down from heating up the steak, you know, all these other spots are hotter around it and you want to get it on the hot side of it.
Right.
And so that's what I'm going to do next time. But for this sake, I just wanted to 45 it right here in the middle because the middle is generally the hottest spot on the grill. And
you know what? Cheryl knows why you messed up that flip earlier.
oh, yeah.
She figured it out.
Did you?
Yeah. You didn't clack the tongs twice.
Oh, I didn't clack them. No, I didn't. That's like when you get the drill in your hand and you're like, you have to do it.
No, the tongs don't work right if you don't clack twice.
If you have a power tool or even not you're absolutely right, Cheryl.
Absolutely correct.
It's like,
thank you, cat dog.
It's the flip yips.
The flip yips?
Yeah,
yep.
It's like the yips, but for flips. So maybe it's the flips.
The flips. It's the flips.
It's the flip. You got the flips.
Okay, so how are we on this flip?
I don't know. Like I said, I don't gauge this by like, usually when I'm doing this, I don't go back in the house. I stay right here with it when I put a steak on just because so I can monitor it and I feel it. I don't
What do you guys
time.
think? What do you guys think?
Like I listen to it.
Oftentimes with these things like steak that we still want to be pretty rare or like shrimp, we'll kind of treat it like a good cop, bad cop situation. You know, where one of us desperately wants to pull it and the other one wants to keep it.
Yeah, it is very much that situation.
Yeah, I'm thinking we need to pull.
That's the hottest spot on my grill. So when I flip, I'm going to flip directly over to here with it. And because that is by far the hottest spot that I have over here. And this is the second hottest over here. So I'm just kind of by feel. But we're going to flip it now. And with the dry brine, you're not going to see...
Oh, look at that crust.
You see some of the grill marks here, but with the dry brine, you're going to get a really uniform crust on it. Like you're not going to have as many...
Oh, that is a bark. That is a bark on there.
It's a bark without smoke in it.
Yeah. Nope.
Like, you know.
But, okay, so part of this has to do with how he, you know, expertly cooked it. But with this coffee rub in here, I did have brown sugar, and then I did instant coffee and ground coffee. So the instant espresso is like already interacting with the meat and is already dissolved in there. But then like the regular coffee leaves this crust out there, and then the sugar kind of melts into it to kind of gives it a thing. Like I cannot describe to you how crusty this is.
Yes, and especially with the flat iron, I've noticed that when you dry brine ahead of time and you like sear it, it doesn't really, you'll get some grill marks, but it will be a uniform like sear on it. So it really doesn't matter so much how you twist it or turn it. Like the whole thing is going to be seared just because the outside is so dry. Like there's no moisture to like prevent that sear from happening.
Yes, so, and it
like, yeah.
Cat Dog is correct. It is something similar. Is there a name brand on the outside of this thing?
It's a
No.
Vision.
It's a Vision Kamado.
It's a Vision Kamado, 22 inch, I think. 22 inch Vision Kamado.
Thanks, Babs.
And it has it's a hot rod because we took our old grill grate off of our Acorn. I bought this 2 size of I spec'd this grill 2 size of our old Acorn because of that cast iron grill grate. It does not come with a cast iron grill grate.
Right. So yeah, this is our second one of these. This entire thing is ceramic, so when we use it as a smoker, it holds it very well. Yeah. And so we won't have to come back out here and, you know, mess with it.
Yeah, and
for
the
long
Acorn
smokes.
is not ceramic. It's steel and it's coated with fiberglass on the inside, so it rusted out.
Oh, hey, we're going to need a
after
plate
about 5
for
years.
this.
Yeah, I'll get it. Don't worry when I twist it again. This is the grill grate that come with it, but like this right here is not cast iron.
Not the cast iron, yeah.
It does not have great heat retention. So I saved the one from the old grill that was not ceramic and it rusted. It was a Kamado style grill. It's called the Acorn. I think it's like char broil or char grill or whatever it is. And I saved that. So now I'm going to go and get the...
Oh yeah, I gotta... Because we gotta put that on a plate somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and no, it's gonna be, we gotta pull it soon, but we'll still get some red juiciness out of here. And dude, I am so impressed by this bark. Woof! Look at that dog. Char grill, yeah. So basically this thing here, the one that this came with was metal, and so we had to get a cast iron for it.
Yeah, the old grill was metal and the new one is ceramic, but this grill grate fits onto this grill, so I was able to take the cast iron grill grate from the old grill and put it onto this one. Does it? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's time.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I'd rather be a little bit under than any bit over. So there you go.
Oh yeah.
And we can also put it like that. And it actually got better marks on that side.
Nice and crusty.
That crusty. Here, we'll do that side because it's got some marks on it there. So they got those pretty marks. But like I said, it uniformly sears. And now we want to get this thing closed as quickly as we can.
Oh yeah, now we have to close the grill.
Wait, we don't yet because I got to put the grill basket on this.
Okay, so now we're gonna do grill basket. Gotcha.
Yep. And I'm just gonna clean it off a little bit.
So I am going to flip back over to my face because it's going to be a second.
There we go. And now we get it closed. Now it's time to close it.
Yeah, now it's time to close.
I'm going wide open on this puppy because we consumed a lot of the coals. We've consumed a lot of the coals in here, so I'm going pretty much wide open on the top, not all the way. And then I'm going to go a little bit more open on the bottom of it. So that we get it really nice and hot. Because I want to sear these mushrooms in there, and I'm going to be cooking them in that grill basket. And then I'm going to do some onions after that in the grill basket as well. And those are going to go on top of the steak, and it's to make this nice little thing for everybody. Or for us. You know.
Well, I mean, they get to look at, you know. So y'all, thank you so much for joining us at our late night grill out. Of course, when we did this cook time during the summer, when we were out this time during the summer, we didn't have to worry about it getting dark, but we are still cooking outside because it's about to get cold. So maybe next week you see us on the inside.
Yeah, it might be next week. It might be the week after. It might not even be until like February. We don't know. Because traditionally,
it's whatever Tennessee decides to do.
Whatever Tennessee decides to do, which in the past has been like, it'll be cold all week long, but on the weekend it'll be warm, and or vice versa. And that's our winter until about February, and then we get a week or two of winter, and then that goes away, and then we get into spring. Like, that's just how we do over here, apparently.
Yeah. I know Tennessee, too, we also have a few fake winters. You know, like...
the old man winters.
Yeah, where they have to... where the weather is just like, hey, you really need to put away your summer clothes and, you know, your fun things. You need to just give up on sunlight. And so then you put away everything. And then it's like, hey, JK.
I call them the old man winters because, like, the old men tell you about these things. Like, whatever
back in my day.
Got them shorts on, it's going to be blackberry winter soon. And we got blackberry winter, and then we got, like crow winter. We got, I don't know, there's a britches winter. That's an actual one. Britches winter is like the last one. It's like when you think you are about to put your britches away, but
The britches winter.
but you don't, because you got that last little winter, and that's britches
Thanks,
winter.
Rumpy.
Do you have these winters in your state, like
Yeah.
in your location?
Yeah, do you guys have names for these winters, or
There's
is this
blackberry winter? It's like,
I don't know. My new
one
favorite
of
is
the
britches
bird.
winter.
One's a bird because a bird shows up, and then in the last one, like you think you can put your britches away, but you can't.
Yeah.
And that's the winter. That's our winters.
Yeah. Yeah. So you think it's hot enough?
No, but we're gonna be cooking. We're gonna be cooking these with the lid closed.
Okay, so do we
For
want to go ahead and do
dominantly,
that,
so-
and then maybe sample some of the bean salad?
Yeah, we can
Because
do-
I
or
feel
we
like
can-
this is
we
going to
can-
be some
we can-
really
we can
passive cooking.
Man, we can cook these with the lid open, though. We can cook them either way. I was thinking about doing it with the lid closed, but we'll do it with them open. Let's do it with them open. I like that. And in that
So
case, then,
with
yeah.
the lid open, with cooking them with the lid open, because it's exposed to oxygen, it's going to be a higher heat. So it's going to be a higher heat. But with the closed grill, even though, you know, lower heat, we're going to get a lot more of that charcoal flavor in it. So it all depends. All
and
depends.
it's going to consume our
Buffalo winners. Okay.
Buffalo. That's one. Yeah, I thought it was a bird, but it's a buffalo. It was a mammal winter.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
All right,
man.
so yeah, let's do this, and I think that's ready to go. Yeah, it is.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's ready to go. Oh, yeah, with these mushrooms that... Because, I mean, this is just a nice steak dinner, but very much so a fall take on it. I mean, we got our mushrooms here with all sorts of goodness there. We have our steak, which is this coffee rub steak. The recipe for the coffee rub is on FoodTokTV. We also have our pouch sweet potatoes, which this is another one that a lot of y'all have different names for, because I was calling these campfire pouches, and Ryan's just like, you mean a hobo pack?
Yeah, they're hobo. They're hobo packs. Like
Yeah.
that's what they.
I'm
Because
like-
when you take these out, like if you're in, you make these up when you're like going out into the woods or something, and you're
Oh,
gonna go
you
on a
tie on the
long hike.
stick?
Yeah, it's a hobo pack. You like, and you tie it in your little hobo sack, and like you have everything wrapped up, and you're gonna go out in the woods. And you make a campfire, and you wrap them up in foil, because when you make a campfire out in the woods, you don't know what kind of wood you're gonna be using. You
I gotta
might
try
not
a
be
sweet
using a
potato.
hardwood. You might be using a sapwood, like a pine wood or something. But you're gonna use. That's amazing. You're gonna use whatever kind of wood you think you can, whatever you can find, and whatever's dry. If it's not raining, you wrap these up like this so that they don't take on the flavors of like a softwood or a sapwood or an undesirable
potatoes.
wood. You don't want to open grill these just out of any sticks you find off the ground, because ideally you want to be grilling with hardwood. You don't want to, and then some of them you don't, if you're open grilling. So you got to be aware of what kind of wood you're using. So that's why I call them hobo packs. Yummy.
We are Team Savory with sweet potatoes, so...
Where did my tongue go?
Oh, dear.
Yeah. Oh, they're over here. I got them.
Okay.
Oh, man. They're good. I get a lot of that cayenne in there.
Yeah, no, we were generous with the cayenne on these, but
Generous
cayenne and
with
sweet
cayenne.
potatoes just go so well together.
It does. Like if you have something that's too hot, you want to add something sweet to it. If you have something that's too sweet, you want to add something hot to it. And that's kind of what I was.
Ooh, Grad has another conversation starter. Says applewood is his favorite. What is
Applewood's
your
great.
favorite?
Oh, yes, applewood is great. Any fruit wood, generally any nut wood. I love using pecan, and I love using applewood, cherry wood, peach wood. If you can get peach wood, that's great. There's some really awesome woods to grill with.
Yeah, I really want to start finding woods that people are just like, you can make.
Yeah, like you can just go out in the woods and get them too. Like you can get sticks off of it. If you can identify the trees, you can get branches that have fell off, and all that.
Make sure you know what you're doing when you're foraging.
Yeah, you can forage for your barbecue woods if you so desire, and if you're if you have the space around you to do so.
So, oh yeah, Cat Dog Gang says never heard of peachwood.
Peachwood is amazing, but I can only find it in chips and never chunks.
See, Grad is asking us a question that's going to bring another argument, but ever tried pecan wood?
Pecan wood, yes. I use pecan wood on the reg. As a matter of fact, I had a chunk of pecan and a chunk of cherry in this particular batch, because I always like to, I started in the chimney
He's saying
starter.
pecan in case you can't understand that
I
that
started
accent.
in the chimney starter, and I put it into the grill, but like I'll have some coals that are not lit inside of the grill for the chimney, like for them to later burn, just because we do a whole show and it's a longer burn and whatnot, and then I'll throw a couple of chunks of wood in there. So yeah, I had one pecan and one cherry in particular.
Oh, so that's funny. Babs says she says it the way that you say it.
Babsy.
Yeah, Cat Dog Gang says she says it the way I say it.
Yeah.
Jessica says she says it the same as I do.
Okay, Babsy's on Team Pecan. I love that.
Yeah. Yeah, Ryan is just like, I don't need anybody else on my team. So,
Where
if
are
you
you
were
from, Babsy?
She's Jersey.
Jersey. Oh, okay. All right. Interesting.
Oh no, wait a second. I wasn't starting an argument. No, it's okay. All you have to do is
No, you literally said I'm going to incite an argument.
Those two seem too happily married. I must fix this.
So we're gonna.
We are
give
in a
little
rage
bit
bait
of
culture, so.
So I got like these are sizzling up nice, and I can tell that they're doing the right thing.
Jason says that says it like you. Now,
Jason
Babs,
says
are you
begin,
from
okay.
Do
Yes. How do you say it, and where are you from?
Yes. How do you
that's
say
what
it,
we
and
wanna
where are
know.
you from? Because most people I know that say it the way that he says it have some relation to Georgia.
Yeah, I'm from Georgia,
Yeah.
and
Or like they have a family member that is from Georgia.
because you.
Okay,
got,
so she is from Jersey.
Okay, she straight up from.
Like
Jersey.
straight up from Jersey.
So
Okay.
we got them, like, when I grew up, we had them pecan twirls. You know the pecan
The
twirl?
pecan twirls.
Yeah, like, that was paramount, and that's just what they were.
Okay, so Jessica says it like me, but she's from Missouri. Okay.
All right.
Jason says it like you, but he's South Carolina.
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, South Carolina, there, South Kakalaki. That's what I'm talking about, baby.
Cheryl says it pecan and from Tennessee, which is
What part
I'm
of
also
South
from Tennessee.
Kakalaki are you from, Jason?
yeah, what part? Because I know, even as far as like what barbecue sauce is concerned, I consider South Carolina to be 4 different regions.
Yeah, it's a big,
Like
it's a big state.
I label South Carolina like, are you in the,
South Carolina's a big state, and it's a.
are you in the
and
vinegar barbecue
it's
sauce
got-
area? Are you in the Kansas City? Are you in mustard? Are you in like light tomato?
It has coastal plains. It has the coast. It has the beach.
So he says
like-
Greenwood, but I don't know what that means.
Greenwood. I don't know where that is.
Yeah.
Like what region? I guess like direction.
Yeah, what barbecue region?
Because you got the plains, the coastal plains. You have the actual coast. You got a little tip. The easternmost tip up there is in the mountains, like up near North Carolina, where you can get. And that's a really cool spot. So yeah, there's like different regions of. So for people that don't know that haven't been over there, like South Carolina's a fun place to be. You got Charleston. It's like really haunted. Apparently, I have not been to Charleston. I would love to go.
Y'all, thank you so much for hanging out with us. We are almost done with
Yeah.
these. We're not going to sit here and do this with the onions as well.
Yeah, no.
Now, we are going to do the onions for ourselves, but you guys don't need to sit here and watch us do
you
the
don't
onions.
have to, unless you wanna, like
No.
hang out.
I mean, as if we're not going to. No.
They was like, no, you don't get to hang out with us. Sorry, guys, I tried. I love you guys.
But yeah, no, these mushrooms will be the perfect finishing touch to the. I had brought out some butter. I did this too late. I was going to put it on top of the steak, but.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, there you go.
But like as I put it on top of the steak, and I'm like, it's not doing anything because the steak has already been resting. So.
Yes.
But.
No, that'd be great on this mushroom.
So after these mushrooms are done, we'll be able to have a little sampling of our fall steak dinner.
Yes, and I guess we'll go ahead and plate it because we're gonna want to get some pictures before we sample it, right?
Well, we're gonna need to do pictures inside off camera. So
Okay.
we'll just like plate for ourselves.
Well, how is that gonna work?
So,
Are we gonna chop? Are we gonna cut the steak before we put like how is that?
yeah, we'll slice the
I think we
steak.
need the whole steak though in the pictures though. Maybe like slice it and then get a quick photo of it.
Okay, yeah, and then we can do a photo after.
Yeah, and then do a photo after. Okay.
Okay, so are
I'm
we
cool with that.
repositioning to our other station?
Here, show me. So I got butter over here now, and so I got some butter action. Still need some mushrooms around there to get a little bit of char on those guys.
Okay. So do we have a plate for the mushrooms?
I don't. That's all.
Oh, I have this sheet pan.
Oh, sweet.
I don't know if you're dumping them on here or...
I guess I am, and then we can just put them into whatever we're gonna picture them on.
just let them cool off.
Yeah, they'll need. Yeah, they need a
Okay.
little.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna get us set back up over here so that way we can plate and eat because he is
Time-
scooping these guys off the grill.
Time to eat. We got shrooms and meat, and it's time to eat.
Yes,
man.
for our fall steak dinner.
And we have the salad. We have the. We always do a salad.
Yeah, we always do a salad here on the tailgate because people are like, oh, you can't tailgate with salad. Yes, you can.
We do every time. Prove me wrong, guys.
Yes, you can.
Tell me that. I don't know. But we do it.
So I am kind of scared about the steak. Did you want to slice the steak?
Yeah, I would love to slice the steak.
Oh, yeah.
Will you set me up with the steak knife?
Oh, this is,
I don't want to use a not serrated knife on the ceramic plate because I don't want to dull. Because I'm the
well, I was just going to move it on here.
I'm the one to try. Oh yeah. Let's
Yeah,
do that.
I was just gonna move it to the cutting board.
I'm with you. Then yes. I will
Yeah,
do that.
I wasn't going to cut on that plate.
Okay. Yeah, I got
This
you.
plate's from Dollar Tree.
I got you, boo.
We'd be eating this plate.
Literally.
Yeah.
All right, I got you. There. We're just, we're
Only way I can eat it.
trying to find the page we're on.
It's okay. So
Oh, yeah,
I'm gonna
these
let
are-
him cut this
these
steak.
are sizzling.
Oh, it's still so tender and so.
Yeah. These are sizzling and sounding great. They're looking great.
I have some of the coffee rub that came out.
Look at that. Oh man, it's so good.
And it doesn't really taste like coffee. Like I get some of those like coffee notes.
It's not super coffee-y.
Even though I like doused this with coffee.
Yeah.
I like doused it with coffee and it still doesn't feel like super coffee-y. Now what this looks on me, this is interesting because I kind of got into a instant coffee deep dive, kind of figuring out what kind of instant coffees. Now during the Civil War, Union soldiers would actually, this was kind of the start of instant coffee where they kind of combined coffee with just like a little bit of liquid. And so, but it just looked like sludge, and so it wasn't appetizing at all, and plus it's war rations, so of course it's not high quality. So it would like look something like this as far as the instant coffee. So the whole plan to make instant coffee was kind of dumped for a while because of, that product.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't even know it was a thing back then. Like,
Yeah.
crap.
Yeah, no.
I knew the only thing I know about instant coffee is my grandmother drank it, and you get it in jail. And that's the only coffee you get.
No, because with the coffee rub, I did do finely ground coffee and I did instant espresso. Now with the instant espresso or instant coffee, it's like the liquid of that, right? So you have liquid espresso or liquid coffee, and then it's dehydrated. So that way, when you mix it in water, there's no solids left over.
I gotta get this ready while the grill basket's still ready.
Okay.
This is the thing I have to do.
Okay.
But finish the story. We want to hear the story. Sorry guys, I got my grill. I don't want it to get too crusted over before I put my onions on it, and that's why I'm kind of over here in the tizzy. Tizzy.
So let's get some of this butternut squash garbanzo bean salad. Let me know in the comments if you know what I'm talking about with a garbanzo bean. You are allowed to type it in the comments. I can't say it out loud. But it is a garbanzo bean. And then I have the butternut squash. It's in this like nice citrusy dressing here. I also have red pepper and onion in here. It's not citrusy dressing. I was gonna do citrusy dressing, but we didn't get citrus, so I did apple cider vinegar, and there's maple in here as well.
I'm hitting it with some of that Jamaican jerk seasoning from Kunchi.
Woo woo.
And some Worcestershire sauce and some oils, the avocado and the olive, just like I do. And that's what it looks like. By the time I toss it up, and it's going right there in the grill basket. And then we got some mushrooms and onions.
Yeah, but we're not gonna finish up the onions. They don't even need to know we have onions.
Yeah.
The onions are actually none of your business because we're finishing up the show with the finishing.
Know, but now you do know, so do whatever with that you will.
We're topping off this salad with some feta. Completely unnecessary, but is it unnecessary?
No, it's totally necessary.
Unnecessary, but is it unnecessary?
Right, we didn't buy it for no reason.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna have corn in it. Like, we could have put 6 more ingredients in it.
Yeah, we could have put like 6 more ingredients in this guy.
And we would have too. Like, why did we not?
This dense. Oh man. There we go. Having to change the lighting since we're working out here in the dark. Woo. Yum yum.
Alright, so now I will move. While the onions are going, you know, they're going to take a minute. So I'm just going to cut the steak over here. And I'll bring this board over here to do that.
Cut that steak.
Cut that steak.
I'm excited for this. Oh my goodness, I'm going to be on this side of the cutting area.
I know,
so
I know.
Small and insignificant.
I know, it's the...
I don't belong here.
Yeah, apparently you do. Because I am in the prime time spot now, baby. You guys are getting it in.
We make a joke.
You guys are getting it in with Ryan right now.
We make a joke over the cutting board space is directly proportional.
Yeah, I don't even want to leave. I don't even get my spot taken.
It's directly proportional to how productive you are.
Is that what it is? Is that what we do? Would you give me the little wild fork to?
Oh, the wild fork.
Yeah, the wild fork. You know the one, the Swedish fork. So you're gonna want to like cut any steak. Yes, that. Well, that wasn't the one. I was the one with the twisty spoon. This is fine. This works. So you're gonna want to cut any steak against across the grain. So the grain, the muscular grain runs this way. We want to cut it this way. That's going to give us the most tender bite. But with the flat iron, you're almost always going to be running like parallel here with the length of the steak.
And the reason that it gives us the most tender bite when we cut it that way is because, like, you know, with the meat, there's all these connections over here. So when we cut it this way, there's not anything. There's not that long connection. It's like, you know, having broken up spaghetti rather than trying to chew through one piece of spaghetti.
Right, right. If I like the grain of this cutting board, it's the same with this. The grain of this cutting board is running this way, and if I chopped it along that, then this would be a really strong piece. It would be very tough to chew. It's also wood, so it would be insanely tough to chew no matter if I cut it against the grain. But if I cut it against the grain, then it splits easy. Just like it's like splitting a log.
Yeah. Wood is a much better.
Yeah.
That's a great.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very much the same with wood. So you can get really crazy with it and put a toothpick in there to really get you the perfect thing. We don't need that here.
Right.
It's going to be tender. It's going to be delicious.
Because, you know, it is way easier to see what the grain is before you cook it. So if that's something that doesn't make you feel comfy, you can absolutely do the toothpick, what he was saying. So some of these
I do that
with towards the end up being a little bit more cooked, but this is what goes into my frittata the next day.
I do that with a brisket just so that I don't forget. You know, when I put the brisket, because you got that bark on it, and you're not going to see, once you get all that bark on the brisket, you're not going to see that grain, you know. And so yeah, that's...
I went to chew this and it's absolutely delicious, but like I spit it out not because it's gross, but because I was like, oh crap, he wanted like the full thing, and I don't know how important like this piece is.
Yeah, it's not. It's not.
Okay.
Like,
okay. Cool.
You know, it could have been, but it's not now.
Oh, there we go.
We just we just document what happens, and that's what happened.
Oh wait. I wanted to show them that. Oh, okay.
Let me do one. All right. Because we're getting into the thicker part right now. This is.
Well, yeah, I was gonna take the thicker part and show them. Like
show.
Inside, yeah.
Give it to them.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's the. Oh yeah. So, yummy.
Yummy.
Of course, the ones that are closer over here that aren't as thick are going to be a little bit more done. But you know, this is actually a great cut of steak if, you know, there's two of you, but one of you likes it more done than the other.
Yeah, because you're going to have some, you know, you just buy it.
And that does not taste like coffee. It is just so complex and crusty.
Yeah, it does not taste like coffee.
It does not taste like coffee. It's just so complex and crusty.
It's really amazing. Very amazing. Keep everything all together over here so that it's all pretty. Taylor's just like, I want to eat it. I'm ready to get it. Alright. So,
I really need a watch, so that way when I do this, it's more impactful.
Yeah.
But y'all notice how there's like no liquid running out of this? It's because we let it rest for so long.
We let it rest for so long, and it was dry brine, so that liquid tends to stay inside, and so when you eat this, it's going to be as juicy. It's going to be juicier than it would have been if you did not dry brine it. I guarantee you that.
Yeah, we're just gonna shingle.
Shingle it.
That's what they call this type of plating style.
It makes sense. I don't know. Because
like whenever I worked in a restaurant and they would describe like what the plate's supposed to look like, it's like this is supposed to be shingled or it's supposed to be medallioned. That was another one.
I don't know if you do any roofing, but if you do, more power to you, because I don't ever want to do any more roofing in my life. I've done it, and I don't want to do any more of it.
Gotta get something.
Man, that is so good. It does not, it's wild though, because it does not taste like coffee at all.
Right, but that is essentially just doused in coffee.
Yeah, instant coffee.
Well,
I don't even know what makes it,
I have explained this a few times.
I haven't been listening to that. Sorry.
It's okay. I love explaining things. It's my pleasure. So with this, there's the instant coffee in here as well, along with the regular coffee. The difference between instant and regular is that the regular, you know, they're the coffee beans that are ground, and then there's, now if there's espresso, it's a lot of hot water going through it quickly. Coffee is going to be hot water going through it more slowly. But with instant, it's going to be like the already brewed stuff that's already brewed at a high concentrate, but then they dehydrate it and make it into powder. So that way when you dissolve it, there's no grounds in there. I'm going to explain this to him again today. He's taking photos.
Yeah, I'm not even listening now.
Yeah.
Over there just for good measure.
Oh yeah.
Look at that though. That's a good photo. Do you like that photo?
Hmm?
You like that photo?
Yeah, it
just manipulate it. Get it where you like it, because...
Sorry, it just...
It's about to be gone.
Okay, there we go. That's it.
You like that?
That's it, yeah.
You like that?
Cool. You like that? You like that?
Alright, there it is.
So, we have...
gotten that one photoed.
So, for our fall steak dinner, we have this, and then here's the bean. We have to get these photos up for the website.
Put a little parsley in there? Did you put
I did put parsley in there.
One sprig, one garlic sprig. Sorry,
I'm just so hungry.
I'm the picture guy, so I'm only gonna put a little something in there. Like that.
Hi, welcome to Food Talk TV. We do live cooking shows on the daily. Ryan is taking photos of our finished dishes. And I'm just so hungry. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Well, I don't want... she's the boss also, and she's like, this is not a good picture. And I'm like, we already ate it, I'm sorry. Like, you know. What am I going to do?
Ryan.
Yes.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, you take. Yeah, you do that. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Go. Perfect.
And the mushrooms. I picked for those. Might have onions too.
Okay.
All right, got that, and we got that.
I don't need
then,
photos of sauteed onions.
All right, and then where's our fork? Where did our fork go? Ah, here it is. Yeah, there we go.
Okay, so for our little dinner here, we have our coffee rubbed flat iron steak that was dry brined. The coffee rub recipe is posted on FoodTokTV.com. Oh yeah, so nice and red and juicy.
Yeah, and we're getting the thickest.
I got some
nice, thick and sweet. Oh, look at that. That is
mushrooms here as
good,
well.
yes.
We have made some of what he's calling the hobo pouches, or you can call them campfire pouches, or whatever. Whatever. But this is such a great individual thing to make, especially if you have kids. Like, everyone has their own pouch of the things they like and the things they don't like.
We've got some onions that we told you we wouldn't have, but we do.
We're just doing enough for a bite.
Just to confuse you.
Just doing enough for a bite. And
Awesome.
then some of the salad.
So that salad, yeah. Let me get that salad. Oh, this is a bite. That's a bite. That's just a bite.
Yeah, just this plate is the bite.
But it's a good looking bite.
I didn't put feta on yours for the bean salad. The one time I have spoons and not forks in there.
It's only spoons.
One time. Okay. Here it is, y'all. Finally.
Let me get some of these mushrooms first.
Getting some of those mushrooms in there. I want to get some of the mushrooms in there too, but I also want it with the steak bite. Since I've already tried it, the steak by itself, I want to try it with the mushroom. Because I'm already obsessed with this coffee rub. It's just so outstanding that you cannot taste the coffee in there.
You can't.
I'm just amazed. There's just no amount of expert taste buds that could be like, oh, that's a coffee rub. It's not.
It's not. Yeah, these jerk onions go awesome with it, and the sweet potatoes too.
And the bean salad is just a nice little. It feels like fall. With there is cumin and the butternut squash in with the salad, but it's still bright and acidic and a nice thing to counteract all the other things going on here. So this is a perfect fall steak dinner.
Yes, this is amazing.
No,
so
the
good.
Steak is just
It is it's perfect.
Everything.
That is perfect. So
Highly recommend the flat iron.
You're medium rare over here, a little closer to medium well in that tip, but still pretty medium rare.
And if we don't eat all of this, the ones that are over here that are a little bit more on the done side, that's where I'm going to go into my omelet frittata, leftover territory. Yeah,
chop it up for
tacos or that. But y'all, this is absolutely amazing. Are we forgetting anything? Okay.
No.
I think we've done all we can do here today. Hold on, we'll say bye. Ryan just has to check on the onions. Okay. Thank y'all so much for joining us.
We love you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining us. And we'll hopefully see you again next time.
Yeah, we will see you next time. The next show that will be on is actually one of our special event spaces at 4 p.m. Central tomorrow. It will be our resident vegan Des, and her and a veggie friend will be doing a pumpkin soup. Then at 8 p.m. Central will be, that's Christine's show, Sunday Night Live, and she will be on 6 p.m. on Sunday. And then on Monday at 4 p.m. will be Kaz, because he is filling in for RX. So party 2 on Monday at 4. So Wow. This week, every day has a show at 4 p.m. Central. So thank you all so much for joining us.
Excellent. Thank you guys.
Recipe for the coffee rub is on Food Talk TV. Thank you. Mwah.
We love you, and we hope to see you again next weekend.
All right. Kisses. Happy Mother's